We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly senses run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go, here we go.
Geno now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Hill going to go in motion right. From the gun, it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
32 stand. Out.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On first down, back to Achane. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Achane. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 37 yards. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A shotgun snap for Smith. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go,
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. Here's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Lockett. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Now Geno. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 43 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up across the 25 and down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he completes it to Berrios. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. In motion, Hill. Tua sets up to pass it. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Big strides, look at him go. And down right around the 37. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. 3rd and 4. Tua going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Forced out to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Gets past one man. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Now it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Throwing now is Geno. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Back to throw, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Smith. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Hey, here we go, hey.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as they'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
21G.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10.
In motion, Hill. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
There he goes, right side.
Down the right sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's Smith.
An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we go, Salon. Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. Hey, we go, Salon.
Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, set. Slow ball, slow ball. We go, Salon.
Gino now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Come on, 3, tick. Hey, 21G, 21G.
Here's Tua. This one left side caught by Barrios. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Walker with another carry.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
In motion goes the tight end. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw here. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
21G, 21G. Out.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
TX.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This is caught. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. To throw is Smith. Open man is Barner, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
13 next, 13 next.
Now Geno. Walker with a grab, left side. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Walker.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Snowball, snowball. Line.
Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Solo left Zion. Let's go.
Throwing Tua.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Trey Brown.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
There we go, Sinod!
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
There we go, Sinod!
Smith now to throw.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Catch left!
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant from 17 yards out.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time.
It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Seattle. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go,
The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Hold.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
Cover. Alert.
And again, it's Smith. It's caught Metcalf. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Offense in the hurry up here. Smith on 1st down. Hauled in by Lockett, right side. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
No ball.
They motion the tight end over. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Cover.
Working quickly here.
Daytona.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 17. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
go, hey. Check 58. Another look.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Myers' kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, get set. Yeah.
Thrown right away, Gtowncapp finds his man Waddle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Ready.
From the 38. Called in by Waddle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Second and 12 behind the sticks. That's caught. Devon Achane. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Tua now from the gun. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
32 stand. 21G, 21G. 20, TX.
Throwing. Here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. target to Waddle. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has a man, it's Achane. And he's brought down after a short gain. Offense up to the line fast. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird?
Ooh.
In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Sanders all set to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
53. Hey, here we go.
From the gun, Smith. Walker hauls it in. And he's touchdown about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
49, flip her off, 49.
Shotgun snap to Smith. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Now Smith coming off that pick. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Third and long for him here. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it deep downfield. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. First down, Smith to throw. He's on the move. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
An individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it sure seems like whatever move he's throwing out there, it's working.
Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Achane gets this on the draw. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
All right, fellas, listen up. Solo left Zion.
Motioning him from the slot right. He'll throw it. He throws a bullet to the center. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are stopped on that return, so that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41.
All right. Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Ready. Cover one, high.
Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing on 3rd and long. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Achane. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 14. Jason trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Able to find Achane. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
20, TX.
Tagovailoa to throw on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Cover one high. Cover one high.
The pass ball's incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15.
Ready to stand. Hey! Watch it, Oscar.
Tua setting up to throw. Achane reels it in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, 21 TX.
They send Hill right. Here's Tagovailoa again. Short pass brought in. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Ready.
Achan will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
All right, let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2.
They send a man in motion.
Ready.
2 now from the gun. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Sanders all set to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey, we go, salute. 13 next. Look, Jack's left, Jack's left. Come on, shot.
Smith to the air now. He's going to push one deep down the right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, shot. There we go, salute.
Back to the air. It's Smith. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Solo left side on him.
1st down, here's Tua. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they get this down to the 28. Working quickly here.
Let's go.
They send Hill right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Well, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Get set. Step. What?
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Completed to his running back. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. Sanders all set to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started.
Hey,
1st and 10.
On Wednesday. Here we go, here we go.
Man in motion here.
Come on, shot.
Smith on 1st down. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running with it. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Check 59, check 59, cover, cover. Hey, here we go, here we go.
From the gun, Smith. On the move, headed right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen on one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
East right, no. Double one, high. Low.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Escapes out to the left. He sends this one to the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins keep running away with this. Tyreek Hill, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead. Sanders all set to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Tuesday. Hey, here we go, hey. Tell us that.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
No ball.
1st down, Smith to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Hey, here we go. 13X. Hey, here we go, son.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Walker on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Now Smith. Brings it down close. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. They've got a man in motion. On third down, Walker. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Seahawks making the scoreboard look a touch better. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks will trail by 25. Well, the win may be lost, but their effort certainly isn't. They're going to try to get this one back after the score. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Myers has it teed up following the touchdown, and he'll send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
44, ready. Solo left Zion, solo left Zion. Out.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Taken in by Smith. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
They're right here. Hey, hey. Shot.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He fires one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown, his 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey. There we go, son.
Smith setting the throw. Pass complete to Walker. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Ready.
Smith back to throw. Getting out to his left. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small longs. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
No ball, no ball.
Desperation time here on 4th. Oh no, they get him yet again. Javon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Go ahead. 21G, 21G. TX. Oh,
wow, they're going to pass it here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
Hey. Watch it, Oscar.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. From the left hash, this will be from 50. His kick is good at the end, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And if we're honest, Brock, you and I could have been making dinner plans well before this one wrapped. An absolute show of force to win this one by the margin they did. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Seattle. It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air with Smith. He'll get this one to Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it sets up Seattle with first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10 now. Here's Smith. Gets this to Fant. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 37. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. And again, it's Smith. He completes it in traffic. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They are throwing it again. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Hey, on the ball!
Offense in the hurry up here.
53.
This is Walker on second. Broke through the tackle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 3 now.
13 there. Here we go.
Running with Walker again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here we go.
Staying with Walker. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
13 there. Line.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
All right, come on. Hey, 21, TA. Hey.
Thrown right away. Tagovailoa. Here's a loft deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins need only one to take the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
Sanders all set to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Here's Smith. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
You know, I know it doesn't show up as a whole lot of return yards on the stat sheet. That's big time. Every single yard is a bonus, setting your offense up for success, and most importantly, taking the ball away and getting off the field defensively.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Yeah, ready. Solo left Zion. Let's go. Out.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Completes this one to Hill. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Working quickly here.
Turbo one high. Yeah. Corner, long. Turbo one high. Ready, set.
Tua now from the gun. This one falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still inches to go on third down.
Ready. Long.
They motion the slot man right. Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this forward to the 19. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Solo left Zion.
First down, here's Tua. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11. Sanders all set to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Forced out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. It's caught Metcalf. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of one. It's a two-score game early. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They've got third down well inside field goal range. Finds a big lane. And he's finally brought down at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look good.
It's a Seattle touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. D. Eskridge to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set. First and 10.
Hey, get set.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. On target to Waddle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Ready. 21G, 21G.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
20, TX. Hey!
Going play action, Tagovailoa. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Go ahead. Watch it, Oscar. Hey, 21 TX. Hey. 32 Stinger. Solo left Zion. Out.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. Completed to his running back. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That one gains 7. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Scat. Corner, long.
They send Hill right.
Set.
Tagovailoa on first down. Hauled in by Waddle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Hey, let's go.
Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, turbo 2. Turbo 1, high. Long.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Escapes the pocket. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. They're down to their final 1 in this half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Ready. All right, fellas, listen up.
Trying to run it in. Achane. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
All right, let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Out.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now lead by 10. Devon Achane with the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. To some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, hey.
First and 10 now from the 30. Smith. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Tried getting it to Tyler Lockett. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Check 58. Another look.
From the gun, Smith. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Shotgun snap to Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Smith on first down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And oh, he got it. Interception. Picked off Kendall Fuller.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Hey, 21G, 21G. Ready,
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Get safe. Go ahead. TX.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Finds his man Waddle. And that will not be enough for a first down. Working quickly here. Completes this one to Hill. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Hey, ready. Watson, Oscar.
Here's Tagovailoa again. Has a man, it's Achane. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brought down by Reek Woolen.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. Flush down out to his left. He can run it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Ready.
Running back sent in motion.
Solo left Zion.
3rd and 2. Now Tagovailoa. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
4th down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's loaded another one up. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And now it's 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw it. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He'll throw it. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Now, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
He's back to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stand. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Right. Let's go. Scat. Out.
2 and out from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
All right. Set.
Running left, here's A-Chain. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Staying on the ground here with A-Chan. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here.
Ready. Long.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. This one's taken in by Hill. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready. Out.
A-Chain running to the right. Along this sideline inside the 25. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, Right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Get set. Ready, set.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Good. 21G. Hey.
Blitz coming, Tua. Achane reels it in. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins push their lead to 18. Sanders all set to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins have it down near the opposing 40 after the return is stopped.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs.
44.
And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Turbo 1, high. Low.
1st down, here's Tua. On target to Waddle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
They're right here. Hut.
2nd down carry for Achane. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's a short gain of 1. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Big gain downfield. And in for the Miami touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. Sanders all set to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Design bootleg here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Now Smith coming off that pick. Into the hands of Walker. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
That's Smith and Jigba on the quick slant. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Walker now from the gun. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey, here we go, hey.
They're going play action. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Dolphins take...